Already 400 years ago, Europeans sailed each summer to these fishing banks off Newfoundland to reap the treasure of the sea. But only a few continued west to settle on the land. When the catch was in, the rest sailed back home to Europe, unattracted by the rugged, forbidding coast that met them. It was easy enough to get to these shores by sea or to penetrate by river, but overland, an almost impossible terrain. And that's the key to a great problem that has always dogged Canada. Almost 5,000 miles separate this Atlantic coast from the Pacific in the west. Unless it be linked by transport overland, it has little real meaning as a nation. Here at St. John's, the capital city of Newfoundland, it used to be said, to live, we look outward to the sea. In the old days, the Newfoundlander had to. In the middle of the 20th century, in the age of motor transport, there was still no road across their own island, let alone across the nation. From St. John's here, there was a railway across the island, but only local roads, leading a few miles into the interior. There were, of course, the cynics who said, why bother building a highway through nowhere? But there were others who said, try building it, and it won't be nowhere any longer. December 10th, 1949, an act to encourage and assist in the construction of a Trans-Canada highway was passed by Parliament and given royal assent. By agreement reached at a federal-provincial conference, the project will be a two-lane paved highway. The designated route will be the shortest practical east-west route through each province, consistent with the needs of the provinces and the interests of Canada as a whole. This film is about that road and about places and people and the life it serves. There is traffic now in Newfoundland from the interior down to the sea, not just from the coast ports out into the blue. And the face of Newfoundland is changing. Industrial development, mineral development, expansion in the pulp and paper industry reflect the new surge of life in the interior. But for most Newfoundlanders, the sea is still their first love, and a shoal of squid can still be a 9 days wonder, bringing old men and brawny boys to scoop up the prime bait for codfish. People of Canada's Eastern Gate, Canadians by nationality now, but like no other Canadians you'll find along the miles of highway to the west. Newfoundlanders by name, islanders by nature, British by heritage, people of a rocky heath and a violent sea. Newfoundland, summer, plunging wave and seabird's cry. An island, but one which now looks towards, not away from that vast stretch of Canada which begins 100 miles away over the Gulf of St. Lawrence.